Hi everybody, Emily, Kidlit Book Club. I'm here to talk to you about my October haul. You will not believe how many books I bought this month. It's despicable. So first I want to show you this one. This one is a nonfiction book, How to Read Literature Like a Professor for Kids. There's actually a How to Read Literature Like a Professor adult version, but since I'm reading kids literature and studying it for my dissertation, I wanted to read this book, and it talks about symbolism and imagery, quest stories, all the things that are hallmarks of children's literature, and how to really analyze and study them more. But it's made more from an adolescent point of view. But I thought it's an interesting perspective to have because that's the genre of book that we're reading. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Of course, I got the first book in the Lemony Snicket series, The Very Bad Beginning. I have a really beautiful copy here of The Wind in the Willows. I've never read that before. This one didn't have many illustrations. I haven't been able to find one that has many illustrations, but it was a really nice sort of embroidered book. I really was happy about that. Beautiful hardback of Winnie the Pooh's tales, all of them shiny, pretty. It has sort of those gloss pages, color illustrations throughout. So this is actually one of the books I'm including in my history of children's literature dissertation. I could only narrow it down to certain books, so this is one of them for sure. I got the very first book in the Theodosia series, Theodosia and the Serpents of Chaos. There are something like, I don't know, 5, 6 books. It's about a little girl whose parents own or work in a museum, an artifact museum, and all of her adventures. So this will be very exciting. It's gotten really good reviews. I've seen it many places on here. From the author of Anne of Green Gables, Ellen Montgomery, I got Emily of New Moon, which is because my name is Emily, and so I haven't read Emily of New Moon. I love this book. There's several of them in the Emily series. No illustrations, just a novel, but beautiful copy of the book. So I'm really excited to read that because I love Anne of Green Gables. I got this story here called Remarkable by Lizzie Foyle. She's a regular kid in a not-so-regular town, and all kinds of interesting adventures happen to her. Again, another novel. So we'll see. I don't know a lot about it. Of course, Stuart Little. I think I actually bought a copy of this and I didn't realize I had it for my last book haul, so now I have two. Little House in the Big Woods. This was a really heavy, sort of the newer printings in full color with illustration. These are gloss. I do have a couple of vintage copies of the originals, but this has color illustrations. They're heavy gloss pages. So I like books that are shiny. This is like super shiny and gloss, and it's heavy. And I'm really looking forward to reading all of these books again. For my master's dissertation, A Wrinkle in Time, and A Bridge to Terabithia. I'm sorry about the glare. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this one is neat because it has the whole golden ticket in the front. It kind of what the golden ticket would have looked like. Sort of an adult version of the original Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. Believe it or not, this is a difficult read. Peter Pan in general, the original, not the Disney version. A lot of words, a lot of difficult hard words that even I don't know. Victorian writing, so this is for my dissertation project. And this too, The Little Prince. Again, another beautiful shiny gloss book with illustrations. I've never read The Little Prince. I'm excited. Love this. Charlotte's Web, beautiful color edition from the anniversary. Let me just show you again. Glossy book like the Little House books. Glossy color illustration with the original cover, but there's a lot of text, but there's a good amount of illustrations. I have not read Charlotte's Web since I was a child, and of course this is part of my master's dissertation as well because it's such a well-known book and some controversial things in there. This I just picked up at Costco. I have no idea what it's about, but I loved it. Apple Blossom the Possum. It's a hardback book, square and chunky. Apple Blossom, the littlest possum in her family, is on the verge of a big, huge adventure in this endearing, funny story by the acclaimed author of Counting by Sevens. And it is actually a novel, sort of novel, but it does have these really cool black and white illustrations, which I really like, and everyone that knows me loves. I love children's literature with illustrations and a lot of text, so you feel like you're reading a real book. This looks super cute, and I love the drawings, and it's a big book. It's almost 300 pages. So, brand new at Costco. Super cute looks. Check it out. Of course, I got this Barnes & Noble version of Black Beauty, even though I have my vintage copy. This one's a brand new copy. Hardback with a really nice dust jacket. And it has some drawings in it. When I bought it, I couldn't find my vintage copy at the time. And then, of course, after I bought this, I found it. So, now I have a new and an old version. This also at Costco. And Costco does have... or Costco, I don't know if there's still a Sam's Club on the East Coast. I'm in the West Coast. They have a pretty good children's literature section. A lot of new releases. This, Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. Huge, leather-bound, aqua blue, with pink flowers. Complete fairy tales. Go with the golden boss sort of edges. Kind of like the Eastern Press does, but a budget version. This was only like $18. Has all the fairy tales in it. Of course, definitely not a little child's book. Big reading. Big, small words. There are so many fairy tales in here. Apparently, they're Thumbelina, 5 Peas from a Pod. No illustrations in the writing whatsoever. Completely text, but definitely a collectible volume and a good way to get the original unedited, annotated, non-cut fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen. So that is my haul for October. You will have reviews of lots of these books in my monthly reads or some of the individuals that I choose. And as always, I buy more books than I can read, but eventually I read them all. So if you see my September haul ones, I haven't reviewed them all yet. That will be coming up. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear anything you bought in October.